Praise God. Welcome. We're looking at the Desert Vision, one of the 9 impressions for solo guitar. We'll be playing in the key of D minor, and so we're going to tune the E string down to a low D so that it ends up being an octave lower than this D. Now we'll start on the 10th fret. Nice warm sound using a rest stroke with my index finger and with some flush on it. Hammering down, moving to the first string. It's a little brighter. Pulling off a B flat major 7th chord, A7, B flat again, to a C. Now we're going to start with D minors, and we'll play some different inversions as we go lower and lower. And we'll just take our index finger and roll across the strings like that for the arpeggio. Staying in low strings, and a little slower. Now we're going to take the flat part, the front of my index finger, and like a pick going back and forth like this. Starting on the top of the string rather than picking upwards, we'll get a brighter sound for this melody in the G string. Now we're going to have harmony for that little melody. So I'm going to pick like I normally do. A little strum there with my index finger and the thumb. Now this opening melody that we have, this will be somewhat similar, except we're going to be harmonizing it. And so I use my index finger to do a light stroke across, a light brush stroke across the thirds that are with this melody. Hammering down, pulling off, back to our B flat major 7th chord, A7, B flat again, C. Now we get a C with a low E in the bass here. Remember, our D string is tuned, so this is an E with my second finger down. Hang on to that and pause a little bit. Now I'm going to take my index and my ring fingers, and we'll do some 6ths, and we'll play it brightly. Back by the bridge. Little glissando. Now harmonies. Little distance. And strum here on the 6th fret. I'm taking that strum by taking my index finger down and my thumb going up. Dissonant chord is bar or first 2, then the 3rd finger down, and then an A flat, and then an open A string. So it's a dissonant chord. Now we're going to have that same harmonized melody that we had before, but we're going to have 3 notes to it. So we just kind of layered that out. First with 1 note, 2 notes, now 3 notes, each time getting stronger. Back toward B flat major 7th chord. It out from C to D minor and back. Now this dissonant chord again, but it's really an A flat major 7th chord. I'm sorry, B flat major 7th chord with an A in the bass. Harmonic and an A7. Harmonic. harmonics on the 5th fret of the bottom bass strings, which I'm going to take my index, middle, and ring fingers back by the bridge and pluck it and pull it out. So you got to get a good yank in those strings, use a lot of nail, and get it right back by the bridge. Let it ring. Now we have a little coda here with a lot of pull-offs as we have a melodic line going down. So we start off a little brighter on the treble strings. So now I'm over to the 3rd string, to the 4th, the big glissando there. And now we're going to do pizzicato all the way to an E flat. And now we're going to have an A7 flat at the 5th chord. And we're going to do the strumming. So again, this is down, up, down with the index, up with the thumb, and a little bit of this in here. Rascahueto to start. Rascahueto is snapping the strings. We do that twice. We have some rests. We're now on a D minor chord way up on the 5th string. And then I'm going to take it and take my index finger and my arm. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to drag this across like this. Okay, a little bit brighter if I can. Right. Rest. And now we do a tambour. We're going to lift up my arm and take my hands and my fingers. My fingers are going to strike the bass, the treble strings like this, and my index finger does. And my middle finger touches the bridge. I go back and forth. Or like that. Do different rhythms on that top or whatever I feel like at the moment. But basically it's getting this, like you're going to snap it, bounce it, let it bounce off. The same here. Alright. So those are some hints on what's happening there with the Desert Vision to get some of those exotic little feelings happening. All right, take care, God bless, and I hope you enjoy music.